Hello and welcome to Small Music Scene, the ultimate underground music advocate. We are now on to episode 4, so we're doing pretty well here. So for those who have never seen this before, it's a brand new series where it's dedicated reviewing the best under the radar records across the world, spanning all genres, and this time I have 10. Yeah, very high demand it turns out. Let's not waste our time, let's just get straight to it. Well actually, before we begin, and before I forget, this week's Small Tea of the Week is Megan Black. She released her debut album, Deadly as a Woman, earlier this year, just a few months ago, and it's one of my favourite Scottish records of the entire year, and just basically one of my favourite records of the year in general. It's amazing stuff. Look, I even got my own signed copy, so that was very nice of her. So Megan Black, Deadly as a Woman, check out that awesome album. But now, on to the show. Number 1 is Rpizy with West Road. Finish off a decently long run as part of the Cold North group, the Glasgow-based hip-hop man is back flying solo, and with flying colours in this here EP. For starters, he has an ace voice and a fine, confident presence. His lyrics are very latching too, where he displays his love, honest intentions, frank opinions. He's got a positive outlook, but he sure as hell ain't going to get soft and let anybody take advantage of him to drag him down. The incredibly memorable, highly infectious tunes have you instantly hooked on the first listen, and subsequently keep you coming back for more. And if that wasn't enough, the production on this is top quality. I mean, the beats and the melodies are elite, and they shine with a high definition resonance. What's not to like here? Rpizy is off to the races, and he's pinpointed himself towards bigger things, courtesy of this awesome record. I had to keep an eye on this guy, he's got serious potential. Number 2 is Chief State with Waiting for Your Colours. It's the debut album of the Vancouver pop punk crew, and goddamn do they make a killing here. The main theme of the record centres around the loving nostalgia for the easier and carefree past, which was never truly appreciated at a time, especially when you're stuck here despising the difficult present. And they relay the numerous struggles that they have to battle through these days, which seems to strip them down of any youth that they once had. Through the whole half hour, they blast through at a relentless pace. They never take a break. They keep the velocity flowing non-stop, more often than not ramping the tempo up to crazy heights, and that energy rubs off the listener big time. It's a totally infectious, off-the-charts roller coaster. Helping that fact is how committed all the members are to their performances. They are giving it 110% for sure. There's obviously so much love and dedication to their music. It clearly means a lot to them, and as such, ends up meaning a lot to me and anybody else listening. Waiting for Your Colours is an A+ effort. Number 3 is Crozet with Suburbia. Hailing from Philadelphia, this is a stellar album from the synthwave duo. Their sound is a pure 80s throwback delivered in a chromatic modern fashion. There's lots to love here. Of course, the synths, which are fantastically luminous. You get the subtle bass notes ringing through, sharp hitting and catchy as hell beats, nifty guitars, even a quick dose of super sexy saxophone, and they make for a tightly sealed and productive package. The lyrics are simple, but fun. The choruses are a blast and bring so much pleasure, and the singing is brilliant. It's non-stop glee from beginning to end. Practically flawless, I might say. If you're seeking the best possible result from the electronic pop side of things, then Crozet Suburbia is a definite recommendation. It's magnificent. Just magnificent. So much love for it. And in sort of the same vein, number 4 is Cafolla with The March On To Forever. A sizzling impression is made by the Scottish avant-garde musician Marco Cafolla here. This is a belter of a record, combining elements of disco, funk, synthwave, mainstream pop and the like, using them to his advantage to devise some proper infectious lovable music. The energy is often riding high, and there's a ton of addictive hooks that you'll get a grasp of in no time flat. It's inevitable that you'll be chiming in and singing along too. And on that note, Marco's voice reeks with an impulsive enthusiasm. A good majority of the tracks are backed by a glittery, gleaming ambience that's awfully nice, with a heavy emphasis on the stunning synths and garish production. Why settle for the radio or some random Spotify playlist to provide you with the music for your Saturday night party or so on, when you have a perfectly suitable album like this handed to you on a silver platter? You're welcome in advance. Number 5 is Jaws of Life with their mini mixtape. A delightful introduction to the Welsh pop-punk quartet who managed to achieve so much in so little time, i.e. 3 songs in a 10-minute span. Said songs are bright, boisterous, spunky and explode in these dynamic buzzing waves, and it's brought to life by the avid and lively work that the guys put into their performing. And elevating this record further is the super strong writing, which radiate with a contagious positivity that put a smile on your face. Whether it's about being optimistic for the future, realising your self-worth, improving yourself, how much you truly mean to others, and on the flip, how much others mean to you. I have little to no complaints. This is a staggering debut from wall to wall. Pop punk fans should absolutely jump on the bandwagon here. I smell a lot of promise in Jaws of Life. Number 6 is Drunk Whale with Caught in the Act of Looking Weird. The Oxford Bunch have put together a decent EP featuring a collection of tantalising, fuzzy rock numbers that come bursting through with swells of energy, built up from solid riffs, definitive echoic bass tones and bobbing drum beats, as well as fine vocal work, blistering choruses and colourful lyrics. A ton of fun to be had. Number 7 is Fransis with Honeymoon. The first EP from the London artist is our wonderful entry. It's a series of nicely performed and produced pop rock numbers which reflects on her life up to this point and also how much that she's evolved as a person growing up. And I think it's quite easy to get yourself attached to these lyrics. Sound wise, she often likes to emphasise one half over the other, so there's some decently fresh variety between the songs as the record proceeds along. The poppy cuts are melodic and the rocky ones are cool and catchy. It's great stuff all around. Number 8 is Pandora with Pandora, the self-titled debut for the alternative pop project headed by Coventry artist Charlie Tophill. And this is a sublime release. The tracks feature these breezy, fluorescent keys, these tidy bass notes and drum beats, and these weird, surreal electronic tones that induce this enticingly hypnotic dreamlike setting. And there's a strong, alluring quality to Charlie's voice. It's gentle and silky, but also firm and focused, and she keeps a hook on you through every song. It is a sweet, gaudy, kaleidoscopic EP that is rich and captivating. Number 9 is Alex Rex with Mouthful of Earth. And now for something completely different. Proclaimed as ghost rock by the Scottish project's head honcho Alex Nielsen, and correctively descriptive I say, this is one of the most original records I've heard all year, where they narrate in a spoken fashion these utterly gripping poetic stories, led by a dark and spine-chilling voice. The expressive and sometimes profane words utterly grab you, and the sonic sounds produce this forcefully haunting and unsettling atmosphere that's both smooth and ambient, but also raw and harsh. It's an interesting blend. A fascinating 20 minutes to say the least. Trust me when I say you won't be hearing this in your standard radio show. This is far from mainstream as it gets, but all the more satisfying when you discover it for yourself. And finally, number 10 is Ellie with Ellie. This is a very interesting entry. It's a two-way project, courtesy of musician and author Brian Sawatzka and the enlisted help of drummer Nick Maybe. It serves as both an album and a novel that complement each other. I think that's really cool. I mean, anytime an artist can think outside the box and take their music in a different direction like that against the curve away from the safe path, that ambition has to be admired. As for the record itself, it's a great compilation told from the viewpoint of the fictitious Edward Hall and his dealings with the ideas of immortality, the world around him, his perception of other people and his own state of being. The words are cerebral and thoughtful, the solid vocals boost the conviction of these words, and the rock/electronic compositions are altogether efficiently crafted. I quite fancy this project. It's a neat work of art. And there you have it. That does it for this episode of Small Music Scene. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. If you want to check out the artist, I've finally done the smart thing. I've started a new Spotify playlist simply called Small Music Scene Volume 1. Features a song from every single album that I've covered up to this point. You can check, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can check out on the link below. You can just copy and paste and find your way there. If you have any submissions, send them to smallmusicreviews@hotmail.com. It's not always guaranteed I can feature because, again, a lot of high demand, and ideally if it's something that's coming up in advance and you want to send an advance stream, that'd be your best bet, and I could probably slot you in well in advance and all that jazz. So, but that's about it. So, thanks for watching, and this has been Small Music Scene, the ultimate underground music advocate. So, till next week. Ta-ra.